So here is the website that we're going to be building step by step with no step skipped. This is going to be built in WordPress, so it's super professional, and this tutorial is for complete beginners. So no HTML, no coding, no PHP, CSS, no technical jargon, none of that. So as you can see, we have our logo right up here, our menu, and this big featured image. We have our testimonials and people we've worked with. So this is under our recent work. So this website is good for anyone who has a portfolio or anyone who needs to show off their work, or maybe they have a gym and they want to show different things. Anything that needs a photo gallery, really good for that. Maybe an artist. So what we can do here is we can click on testimonials or who we've worked with, and we can see that the different images come up depending on what we click on. So if we just want to look at testimonials, we can click it, and it looks really, really, really good. So we can actually click on these different things, and it slides up, and you can give more information right here. And we put in a little button so if people can contact us. We can also click on who we've worked with. So Robert has worked with Sir Elton John and Bob Dylan's piano, so that's pretty cool. We can get more information about that, so that's pretty awesome. And you can just click this slider button. So this is a really cool website, especially if you need a portfolio or photo gallery, or any of your work needs to be seen, which I really do recommend. All right. So once we do that, we have our logo in different tabs up here. And as you can see, this is the same thing that was on our home page, but we have more tabs. More different galleries. And we can click on who we worked with or testimonials, and it shows up. So it's really cool. You can give a little information right here, and you can click on it, and you can learn more, same as the front page. All right, then we have our services. So we have our image here of the piano, because Robert does piano services. He does tuning, repair, refinishing, case design. This can be any of your services, or it could be any other page that you want. So we have an About Me, and this is just a really clean, simple About Me page with his image in right there. And we have Bob's Stories. So what this is it's a blog telling about different stories of Bob's. He's worked with Steinway and Sons, and he has a recommendation letter on them. And so this is just different blog entries. So you can use this for any sort of blog that you want to do. Working with Elton John, that's a pretty interesting blog post there. You can click and you can learn more or read more. And people can also comment if they want on the blog. They can say, oh my god, that was amazing. Then we have a contact page. So if anyone wants to get in touch with Bob and wants to use his services, they can call, they can email, they can fill out the form. And we also have his service area. Bob is up in Canada, so we want to put in his service area so that people from New York aren't calling him. But maybe he would fly out if it was a big enough person. I'm sure he would. All right, so that is the website. Again, it is for beginners, but it's a very professional website. We're using the same technology as CNN, Forbes, Jay-Z, Katy Perry, but no coding or HTML or confusing technical jargon required. And yeah, this is a really cool, amazing website, especially if you need some sort of portfolio or gallery, because you have these different options of showing these different things, which is really cool, I think. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so we know where we're going and where we're headed. Let's get a little plan to see how we're going to accomplish everything. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get a website name that's like www.yourwebsite.com or www.yourbusiness.com. You could also use a .net, .org, .info, things like that. But the most popular is to get a .com. Unless you're in the UK, then you get a .co.uk, something like that. All right, so your website name is about $13 per year. $13. Let me make this a little wider. Per year. And that is a yearly cost. And then after you get your website name, you need hosting for it to work. So hosting is a computer that's on 24 hours a day that holds all of your information. So if you had a website name but no hosting, your website would just come up blank and nothing would show. So there needs to be a place where you hold all these logos and images and text and everything, and that's hosting. That's a computer that's on 24 hours a day that holds all of your information. So hosting is about $10 per month. So $10 per month for hosting, $13 per year for your website name. All right, then we're going to install WordPress. After we get a website name and hosting, we're going to install WordPress, and that is free from the good people over at WordPress. It's pretty awesome. Then we're going to install a theme. Now, a theme is the design of your website, so what your website looks like. And there are free themes, but this particular theme is a premium theme, and it costs $40, and that's a one-time fee. You don't need to pay that yearly. You own it for the rest of your life, and you get updates and all of that. So that's going to be $40, or you can install a free one. So whatever one you want, I recommend installing a premium theme, but if you're on a budget, then definitely do the free version. After that, we're going to put on content, and this is all of Robert's content here, so we didn't use any stock images or anything, so that was also free. So in total, it's going to be about, let's see, what is that? $63 in total to start. So 63 to start. But definitely, if you don't want to do the $40 for the premium theme, then it can be $40 less, which is $23. So $23 is the required payment, and I'll show you how to get 35% off that. So it's going to be under $20 to start. Under 20 to start. Definitely, if you want to go with a more premium version, it's going to be about $60 to start. 20 to 60. To 60. All right. So let's begin. So the first thing we need to do is get our website name and hosting, and luckily we can do that in the same place, and that is hostgator.com. So let's go do that. We go to hostgator.com. All right, once you're at hostgator.com, and remember HostGator is where you're going to get your website name and hosting from. Once you're on here, you're going to want to click on web hosting, and there are many different hosting companies to choose from, but this tutorial is based on HostGator. I really like them. I think they're great. They have free live chat just in case you don't want to call or email, which is really helpful. And I think that they're the best, but obviously you can choose your own hosting company. There are thousands and thousands of hosting companies, but I like HostGator the best. All right, so with that said, once you click on web hosting, there are different packages. We have the hatchling plan, the baby plan, and the business plan. We don't need the business plan right now. I either recommend the hatchling plan or the baby plan. If you know that you're going to have a bunch of websites, for example, you're going to have yourwebsite.com, your friend's website.com, your mom's website.com, you should buy the baby plan, because then you can have unlimited domains, it's called. So unlimited website names. If you know you're only going to have one website name, then I would choose the hatchling plan. I have the baby plan, so that's what I'm going to recommend here. And it has different prices, so if you sign up for longer, you get more of a discount. It's not that great of a discount, so I just go with monthly. Even though I've been with them for a really long time, I could save a little money if I went for a year, 2 years, or 3 years. But I just like to go monthly, so that's what I'm going to recommend for you to do. So we're going to choose baby plan or the hatchling plan, and let's go with monthly. All right, once we do that, we can click order now. And once we're here, we need to choose what our domain or website name is called. So I'm just gonna paste in Robert's website name in here. And you can choose from .com, .net, .org, .info, or .biz. If you need more options than this, then you can say I already own this domain name, and you could get it from somewhere like GoDaddy. Or if you already have a domain name from GoDaddy, you can just say I already have this domain and put it in here. But since we're registering a new website, I'm going to click register a new domain, and I'm going to stay with .com, but obviously if your name's not available on .com, you can go with .net, .org, .info, or .biz. So I'm going to go with .com, and I'm not going to check off any of these because I don't really think it's necessary to get the, I only think it's necessary to have one website. You don't need the .net, .org, .info, .biz. I mean, maybe if you're Microsoft or someone, you would, but I don't think it's necessary. You can save money by not getting it. All right, then it has our baby package. So this is going to say either baby or hatchling for you and 20% off. I'm going to show you how to get 35% off. So that's just in a second. Then it says choose your account information. I'm just going to put Tyler, and security pin. You could just put something that's easy to remember. And then you're going to fill out your billing information. And if you're from another country, you can pay via PayPal, or you can pay through credit card. All right, and now we have hosting add-ons. So we have domain privacy protection. What this does is anytime you register a website name, for example, yourwebsite.com, your phone number and emails get stored into a database that people can look up, and they can, basically see your address and your phone number and things like that. I trust people, so I don't really use domain privacy protection, but that's really up to you. So it's $9.95 a year. I'm just going to uncheck it because I don't think it's necessary, but maybe for your type of business it would be. So you can uncheck that and then add site locks. This just adds an extra layer of security to your website. I don't think it's necessary. There are WordPress security plugins, but again, that's up to you. So I'm going to uncheck that. And then coupon code, it says summer. You can actually save more money. This saves you 20%. But if you type in 35 and you press validate, you'll see that you can save 35%. So that's really cool. All right, and so once you've done all of that, and also I get credit for this, so it helps me continue to make these free tutorials. So I really appreciate that you guys put in my coupon code. All right, so once you do that, you want to review the account information. So we have live chat, email support, which I really like the live chat. That's one of the best things about HostGator. We have account activation, money back guarantee, 45 days, hosting, baby. So this would say baby or hatchling. 1 month package, $9.95, 35% off, and your domain name. So it all comes out to less than $25. So it comes out to $21.47. So that's a really good deal considering that you're making a website that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars, in my opinion. So once you do that, you can check this box. I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions of use, and press create account. All right, once you do that, you're gonna get a thank you page, and now you can go ahead and check your email. All right, so now we're in our email, and HostGator has sent us our account information. Go ahead and click on the HostGator Your Account Info, and you should see an email that looks like this. It has really important information, so make sure that you keep it safe. It has all your usernames and passwords and everything like that. So let's just look at our progress on our to-do list. So we got our website, so that's done. We got our hosting, that's done. We're flying through these things. And the next thing we need to do is install WordPress. So that's what we're going to do next, and that's pretty easy. So we have all of our account information again right here. And what we really need from this is our control panel, our username, and our password. And of course our website. So when you see your control panel link, you're going to want to go ahead and click on that link. That's going to open you up to another page, and what we're going to do is we're going to copy our username. So just copy it, highlight it, and right click and copy it and paste it into here. And we can go and copy our password. And again, this works on a Mac and PC because everything is web-based. So it's pretty cool. So paste in our password and then go ahead and click login. All right, now that you're logged in, it's time to go ahead and install WordPress. And the way we do that is we log in here like we just did and scroll down, and we go all the way to software/services, and we find quick install and go ahead and click on quick install. And on the left right here, it's going to say WordPress. Go ahead and go click on that and press continue. All right, now it's going to ask you what website you want to install it on. If you have a whole bunch of websites here, you'll have to choose. You probably only have one, so just the main website, and make sure this is blank because you don't want to install it on yourwebsite.com/something. You want to install on your main website. All right, and you can enable auto upgrades, put in your admin email here. I'm just going to put in my email. And then our admin user, I'm going to put in Bob. And your first and last name, we'll keep it mine, but we can change it later. And for the blog title, we could put piano services, but we can change that later too. Once we do that, we can click install now. And now we wait. All right, now that it's installed, it says congratulations, your installation is ready. You can access it now by going here, which takes you to your website. Because we've gotten hosting this soon, like we just got hosting and now we're just installing the website, it's not going to work. So it's not going to work for another 3 hours. So we have to wait until it works for 3 hours. So I'm going to take a little break right now, and when I come back in a few hours, I'm going to see if it works. So I'm going to take a break right now, and in a couple hours, we're going to check on it. So I will talk to you soon. All right, so I'm back from my break, and I forgot to mention that you need to write down or print out your username and password. This does usually get emailed to you. So if you close the window or something, then it's probably in your email inbox. But just make sure you write this down or print it out or remember it somehow. All right, and so once that happens, we can now click here to see if our website is working. And it is, and we have the default WordPress installation. So this is all just default information, and we have our sample page and all of this stuff right here. Some web developers charge as much as $500 just to set this up right here, which I think is ridiculous. All right, but we don't want to keep it default like this because it's not very impressive. So we want to log into the back end of WordPress. So the way we do that is we go to yourwebsite.com/wp-admin. So yourwebsite.com/wp-admin. And then you press enter. And it's going to ask you to log in. So here is your username and password. So I'm just going to copy in Bob and his password. And I'm going to paste it right in there, and I'm going to click login. All right, so now we are logged in, and we can close after we print out and remember this information. We can close this quick install window. And the first thing I like to do is change my password because I can't remember that crazy long password. So what I'm going to do is click on users and click on your username. And then I'm going to scroll all the way down. It says new password. And I'm just going to enter in a new password here twice. And I'm going to click update profile. All right, so now that's updated and we have our new password. Now we can always use Bob as a username and our new password. The next things that I'm going to do is just make sure that we're all on the same page. So most of you will either not need to do these things or it'll already be set in place. But just to make sure everyone's on the same page, we need to do a few checks, preliminary checks, before we start building a website. So the first thing that we need to do is make sure caching is off. And what caching does is it helps speed up your website, but sometimes you don't see the changes that you're doing. So on your homepage, let's say you write something new, you keep on clicking refresh. That's because you have caching enabled. So it speeds up your website, but it makes your website not show changes immediately. So the way we do that is we can go to Settings, WP Super Cache, click on the Easy tab right here, and click this to turn off caching. Caching off, click Update Status. Now you don't need to know exactly what's going on here. It's just to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, sometimes that doesn't take care of the problem completely, so we want to go to plugins, and it's very rare that it doesn't, but 1 out of 100. So I just want to make sure no one gets frustrated. So you go to plugins and press deactivate to this WP Super Cache plugin, and I'll explain about plugins later. And we can delete WP Super Cache. All right, you can reinstall it later. You're not losing anything. It's a free plugin, so then click yes, delete these files and data. All right, so that's the first check to make sure everyone's on the same page. The second one is to make sure our links are search engine friendly. So we go to settings and permalinks, and just make sure it's on post name. And the reason we do this is because we don't want numbers in our links like we have here. We want it to say, if it's your about page, we want it to say yourwebsite.com/about, not yourwebsite.com/p=123. So that's much better for search engines, and that's much better for people also. So make sure it says it's on post name and click Save Changes. All right, and now we'll go back to our dashboard, and this is called the dashboard right here.
And this is where you can change all of the settings for your WordPress website. So this is where everything happens as an administrator to your website. So we are doing great. We just installed WordPress. The next thing we have to do is install a theme. Now, if you want to get a free theme, you can go over to Appearance, Themes, install themes, and you can see the featured themes, and all of these will be free right here. If you want to install a theme, just click install now. And click activate. Now if we go to our home page, we will see there is a difference in the way that our website looks. But for this video, we're going to do a premium theme, and this costs about $40 again. But we have to go to a third-party website, and that website is called themeforest.net. So once you get here, just go ahead and go over to the search bar right here and type in Delta. I'm also going to leave a link in the description to this theme. So just click the link in the description. So once you get here, what you want to do is click purchase. And you might have to sign up if you're not already signed up to the ThemeForest website, and then just purchase it and then download it. So I've already purchased it, so I'm just going to go over to my user profile, click downloads, and re-download this theme. I will download the installable WordPress file only. And I'm just going to drag this onto my desktop. So we can close up ThemeForest now. And now we have to install this theme. So to install a third-party theme from another website, just go ahead and head over to Install Themes under Appearance Themes. And click Upload. And then what you want to do is click Choose Files, and then click the ThemeForest file that you just downloaded. So I'm just going to click this, click Open, Install Now. And just like we did before, I'm going to click Activate. And we will have our new theme activated. So this is what it looks like by default. What we have to do is install another plugin that this theme recommends. So it'll say this theme recommends the following plugin. And what we have to do is just click Begin Installing Plugin. And then click Install under Gallery Meta Box. So now we can return to the dashboard, and our new theme is totally installed. Oops, we have not activated the plugin, so it says that we need to activate it now, so I'm gonna do that. So let's find our gallery meta box, and I'm gonna click activate. So now that box has disappeared and our new theme is ready to go. So let's check this off the list. Now what we have to do is put our content on. So that's going to be our pages, like an about page and a contact page, and our home page, which is going to have a big image and some testimonials and recent work. So let's get started on that right now. So the first thing to do is to start adding our pages. And again, those pages are going to show up right up here. It's going to say our work and testimonials, services, about me, and it's going to be in this menu right up here. So let's just add some blank pages to our menu. To do that, we have to first add our pages by going to Pages, Add New. And I'm going to give the pages the titles that I want to show up on our menu. So the first one is going to be called Our Work and Testimonials. And I'm going to leave this blank for now. We're going to add our content later. So I'm going to publish that. And now I'm going to add another page by clicking Add New next to Edit Page. So Add New, and the second one is going to be called Services. So once this loads up, I'm just going to type in Services in the title and click Publish. After that, I'm going to click Add New again. The third one is going to be an About Me page, so I'm just going to type in About Me, publish that, and add another, which is going to be Bob's Stories, publish that, and the final page is going to be the contact page. So it's going to say contact, and I'm going to publish that. So now let's check out our website and see if anything was changed. You'll notice nothing has changed because now that we've created our pages, we have to put those pages up in our menu. So let's do that now by going over to Appearance, right here, and clicking Menus. And what you want to do is just click Create a New Menu right up here. And then let's give our new menu a name, and I'll call this Main Menu. Click Create, and it really doesn't matter what you call your menu, it's just the name. And then what you want to do is select all of the pages that you would like to show up in your menu. So I'm going to select the contact page, Bob's Stories, About Me, Services, and Our Work, and these are all the pages that I just created. And I'm going to click Add to Menu. Then you'll see them show up over here, and we can rearrange the order of these. So I want this first, and this second, and this third, and contact last. So I'm just going to rearrange by dragging and dropping. And then what you want to do is under menu settings right here, you'll see theme locations, and we'll set it to main. So this tells the theme that this is the main menu. So let's click Save. And once that has saved, we can check out our website. And now we will have a menu right up here with all of our pages. And if we click on any of these pages, we'll be brought to a blank About Me page or blank contact page because we haven't actually added any content to these pages yet. But we're all set up to do that, so let's do that now. And let's start off with a really easy page, and that's going to be the About Me page. So as you saw in the site demo, all the About Me page is going to be is a picture of Bob over here on the left hand side, and then some text telling about him. So let's do that now, and let's edit our About Me page. So let's go over to our dashboard. Let's go to Pages, and let's click Edit under About Me. And then what I'm going to do is just type in or paste in some of this text that Bob has sent me. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it in. And all this is just regular old text. And now what I want to do is, well, actually, let's see what that looks like. Let's click Update. And let's go to our website. And let's go to the About Me page. And we'll see that it looks pretty good. The only problem is it has this little sidebar that says recent posts and recent comments, and it has a leave a reply box, and I don't want any of this, so let's get rid of that. So to get rid of the sidebars, what we have to do is go over to the Page Attributes tab right here, and under Template, let's click Full Width Template. And this will make it so that the text is the full width of the website. And if we refresh that after clicking Update right here, we'll see that the text goes all the way across. Next up, I want to get rid of this leave a reply comment box. So I am going to go over to the Screen Options tab right here, check off Discussion, and then a new tab will show up down here, and it'll say Discussion. And then what you want to do is uncheck Allow Comments and uncheck Allow Trackbacks, then click then click Update. And now that will get rid of the comment box. And the next thing that I want to do is add an image, picture of Bob over here on the left hand side. And I want the text to kind of wrap around the image so that the image and the text kind of sit on the same line horizontally. So I'll show you what I mean by that. And to do that, we're going to go back to our About Me edit page. And I'm going to take my cursor and put it at the very beginning before the first letter of my About Me page. Then I'm going to click Add Media and select Files. And I'm going to upload a file off my desktop, and it's going to be a picture of Bob. So I'm just going to click the picture that I want and click Open. And what I want to do is change some of the attachment display settings. I want the alignment to be left, and this will make it so the text or so the image will be on the same line as the text horizontally. And I'm going to set the link to none, because when you click the image, I don't want it to link to anything. And then I'm going to make sure that I'm going to set this image in particular to full size. It really depends on how big you want your image. You can make it a thumbnail or a medium-sized image if you have a larger image. But I'm going to make mine around 201 by 300 pixels. So alignment left, link to none, size really depends. So I'm going to insert that into my page. Then you'll see the picture show up right here on the left-hand side. And if we click update, we're going to make that live on our website. So if we refresh it, we'll see now that we have a nice picture of Bob right there with some of this About Me text.
So that completes our About Me page. The next page we need to do is the next easiest one, and that is the Services page. So we can just click on Services, and up here we can click Edit Page. So that's an easier way of editing the Services page. So just click Edit Page, and the first thing that we're going to do again is make this full width. So go to Template and Full Width, and click Update. And we can go ahead and see what that looks like if you press View Page. You'll see that there's no sidebar here, so that's pretty good. But now we're going to remove comments because we don't want people commenting on the service page. So go ahead and click Edit Page again, and make sure up here again discussion is checked. We've already done this. And uncheck Allow Comments and Allow Trackbacks, and press Update. And what that's going to do when you view page, it's going to obviously remove comments, and now we have a blank services page. We have a blank canvas to design. All right, so once we do that, we now can edit page again, but we need a plugin. And what a plugin does, it extends the functionality of WordPress. So by default, WordPress, for example, doesn't have like a contact form, a photo gallery, and just different things. And so plugins allow people to build additional functionality for WordPress. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to get a columns plugin, so that because usually it's hard to write information on this side and information on this side. So to get both sides of information, it's usually difficult, but if we download a columns plugin, then we can put information here and here and here and here. So I'll show you what that means in just a second. So the way we do that is we click on plugins, and you can just leave page. So we click on plugins and we click add new. And then we type out columns. So COLUMNS, columns, and click search plugins. All right, so these are different plugins that you can use. This is the columns plugin, and what I like to do when reviewing plugins is look at the ratings, make sure they're good. Maybe click details to see how it works. So this shows you how it works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this code right here. And I'm also going to click install now. And then I'm going to click activate plugin. All right, so it doesn't look like anything has changed, but now we can use the columns code to format our pages. So just go ahead and click Pages again and go to Services and then click Text up here because we're pasting in some code, and just paste in that code, and we're actually going to copy it again because we want another column group. And let's go back to visual and let's see what that looks like on our website. So let's click update, and now we can view page. So as you can see, we have information in one column, second column, and then another third and fourth column. So that makes the layout of the page much cooler. So we're not done yet. We actually need to put in some good information here. So go ahead and press Edit Page. And what we're going to do is we have some text already copied, already made. So we're just going to copy it and we're going to paste it right in here. All right, and you may need to hold Shift and Enter just so it doesn't make too many spaces. So you just press backspace and then Shift and Enter, and then it won't make a bunch of extra spaces. All right, so we're gonna keep on doing that. So that was for tuning, and now we can do it for repair. And we need to backspace a little bit so there's not too many spaces, not too many spaces. Sorry, I blanked out there for a second. And then we just keep on doing it. So bear with me. This is a step-by-step tutorial with no steps skipped. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So we have refinishing. And again, what I'm doing is I'm holding, when I backspace first, then I hold Shift and Enter. That makes a just the next line. It doesn't make it a really big next line. All right, and we'll do case design here, and we will paste that in. And we'll backspace. So there's no additional spaces. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's actually see what it looks like on the website because you never know. And we'll go to view page, and it's looking pretty good, but obviously there's no space in between these things, which is doesn't look right. So let's go ahead and edit page. All right, so to get our page looking right, let's go ahead and add some more spaces after this slash column group. So what we're going to do is we're going to press enter, and we're going to make a space, and press enter again and make another space. These spaces, even though they're invisible, they're like placeholders. So we're going to click update, and we're going to view our page, and we're going to see that added spaces in between right here. So that's pretty cool. Now what we need to do is make these bolder, this tuning and repair and this refinishing and case design. Let's make it a little bigger, more like a title or a heading. So let's go to edit page. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to do a little bit of code, but don't be afraid. It's just a little HTML code, and it's really not difficult at all. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on this text tab right up here. And then we're going to make, before this tuning, we're going to make it less than, and then type H3 and a greater than sign. And then at the end of the tuning, we're going to do a less than, a / H3 and a greater than sign. So H3 means heading 3. Heading 1 is the biggest, heading 2 is a little smaller, and heading 3 is even smaller. So this begins the heading 3 and this ends it. And whatever's in the middle, it applies to it. So very easy stuff. It's called HTML and you can learn all about it online. All right, so that was for tuning. What we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing for repair. So less than H3, greater than, and then at the end of the repair, less than / H3 greater than. So that all the ending tags, these are called tags, the ending tags always have a / H3. All right, so let's do that for refinishing. We'll do less than H3 greater than, and at the end of refinishing, less than / H3 greater than. All right, and case design, we'll do it one more time, less than H3 greater than, and then at the end of case design, less than / H3 greater than. So pretty easy stuff. Let's go back to visual, make sure it looks right, and it does, so that's good. Now let's click update. All right, then we can view page. All right, so now each of our services is bolded up here, and that looks much better, but I think I put too much space in between here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and edit page. And we see, remember one of these invisible spaces right here? Let's just go ahead and press backspace and press update, and we'll see if that helps. So now we can go, that might be too little, but let's see. Oh, and that looks actually pretty good. So that's pretty awesome. So our services look pretty good, but this page needs a little bit of something, and I think we should put an image up here, maybe of a piano or something. So let's go ahead and do that. We can go ahead and press edit page right here. And we're going to set featured image. So that's going to set us an image of a piano at the top. So let's set featured image. And let's press upload files because we're uploading it from our computer. And then click select files. All right, now we have this image right here called services.jpg, and that is a picture of a piano. So we're going to press open. And we're going to set featured image. So this image is very, not very tall, but very wide, and that's the exact sort of image we need. If our image is too tall, it's not going to look right on the page, but what we can do is we can edit image and crop the images. So that's pretty easy, but since we don't need to do it, our image is pretty good. So we're just going to press set featured image. And then we're going to click update. All right, now we can view our page. And we can see that now it looks much more polished off and it looks much better. And this is looking like a pretty good page. So I'm going to go back to our home page. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is set up our gallery of our work and testimonials. So we're going to set up the portfolio. So we can go ahead and click on it. And we'll see that this is set up like the default page. What we need to do is set it up as the portfolio page. So the way we do that is we can go ahead and click on edit page right here. And under template, instead of default template, template is the way that the page is laid out. We're actually going to choose portfolio-Ajax. And what Ajax does is it gives that cool effect that when you click on it, they appear, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So once you do that, you just press update, and now we can view our page. And as we can see, our page is blank. That's because we have no portfolio items. So now we're just going to add in some portfolio items. So what we can do is go to our dashboard, and by the way, this bar is only here when you're logged in. So when you log out, it disappears. I'm sure you already know that, but let's go to dashboard. and click on portfolio. And as we can see, we have no portfolio items. So what we're going to do is we're going to add new. And we could just start adding portfolio items. So the first portfolio item is going to be, I'm just going to paste it in there, Sir Elton John recording session. And I'm going to add in some dummy text. So it's just some random gibberish text. So I'm going to paste that in there. And maybe I'll make it this one so it's like a quote. So we can just highlight it and press the block quote. So that looks like a quote. That's pretty cool. And the next thing we want to do is set featured image. So we'll set the featured image for this portfolio item. And I'm going to upload the files. So I'm going to click on this right here. And I'm going to select files. So I just need to find Sir Elton John recording session, press open, and set featured image. Alright, so this will all make sense when I show you a little more, but after we do that, we're just going to click publish. And now we can go back to our page and click on our work and testimonials. And we see a new portfolio item. So what we can do is we can click on it and it will come up in that block quote like I showed you. Now sometimes this won't show up and you'll be clicking on it and you'll be trying to make it work and it just will be blank for some odd reason. What you can do is you can go to appearance. You can go to settings and then permalinks and just press save changes. So if it doesn't work for you, that's all you have to do and you can go back and it'll work again. Alright, well I still want to maybe tidy some of this up a little bit. I think what I want to do here is maybe add in a button, and maybe for this page in general I want to add different categories. So maybe one can say who we worked with, and another one can say testimonials, so that we can click on it and we can only see the portfolio items for either testimonials or who we worked with. So let's do those two things first. First, let's add a new, let's put a button right here so that if people want to contact us, they can just click it and it'll go right to the contact page. So let's see how to do that. The way we do that is we click on our portfolio item, and right down here we're going to do a little code. So it's going to be the left bracket, button, B-U-T-T-O-N, space URL, and then equals, and just put in a double quote and slash contact. End the double quote, and then do a right bracket, and then you can spell out contact us or whatever you want your button to say, and then do a left bracket / button. So again, this is like HTML, but it's called a short code, and it only works for this sort of theme. You can also get plugins that do this sort of thing, but yeah, so everything, this becomes a button, and this is the code in order to create the button. So this is the beginning of it, this is the ending of it. Let's see what that looks like if we update it and see if we did it right. Alright, so we updated it, and we can go back to our website and press refresh and click on our portfolio item and see that there is a contact us button. So that's pretty cool. If we click on it, it goes to our contact page. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Now what we can do is go back to our work and testimonials page, and now we want to add different categories. So this would be under who we worked with, this one. So let's actually categorize it so that people can click on different buttons and we can see different portfolio items based on which category you want to view. So let's go here, and over here it says portfolio categories. You just add new portfolio category right here. So just add new, and this is going to be called who we have worked with. So we're going to add new portfolio category. And we're also going to have testimonials, but that's not in this one. But we'll just spell it out. Testimonials. Okay. And we will add portfolio. All right, so we're going to uncheck testimonials and keep it checked who we've worked with and press update. Now when we view our page, it's going to give us the option of who we worked with or testimonials, but we haven't added any testimonials, so it hides it. All right, so now that's we're going to keep on doing the same thing, and we're going to add a whole bunch of different portfolio items. So we're just going to do this a whole bunch more times so that we can fill this whole page with different portfolio items. So let's go ahead and do that. Up here, we're just going to click Add New, and I'm going to do this a little quicker because we've already done it once. So this one's going to be two pianos, 4 hands. We're going to set feature item. We're going to upload and select files, and we're going to find 2 pianos, 4 hands, and we are going to set featured image. And this is actually under testimonials, so we'll check that one off, and we'll press publish. Now we can also go ahead and get this dummy text from here. Let's go to this one and get the dummy text and just copy it and paste it over to our other portfolio. So here, and paste it in there, update. And now if we look at our portfolio, we will see that there are 2 things, and once we click on this, it gives that cool effect of showing or disappearing. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's add some more portfolio items. We'll just click Add New again. And we'll say this one is that. And we will, we'll set featured image. And we will upload files and select, find it, press open, and set featured image. And we can paste in that dummy content again. So this one is who we work with, so make sure you check off the portfolio items and press publish. And now we can see that if we refresh this, that 3 portfolio items are on here, but we haven't pasted any of the dummy text in there. So we can go ahead and do that by going back to our dashboard, click portfolio, and just click on any of these and copy that dummy text. All right, so I'm going to speed up this video, but I'm going to do this a whole bunch more times. I'm sure you've gotten the hang of it by now. We've done 3. So I'm just going to speed it up real quick, and you will then I'll see you on the other side. All right, so that successfully completes our portfolio. So if we go back to our work and testimonials and click refresh, we see all of these portfolio items. And when we click on testimonials, only the testimonials show up, and who we work with, only who we work with has shown up. So I think we actually missed a testimonials. We didn't categorize it correctly. So what we can do if we do that is we can go to portfolio categories. Portfolio. And we can see the different categories these are in. And we accidentally categorized one of them as who we worked with when it really should have been testimonials. So I'm going to figure out which one that is. Oh, Kathy shouldn't be who we work with. That should be under testimonials. So I'm going to click quick edit and just move that to testimonials and click update. All right, so now we can go back and refresh and click on testimonials and see that there are 3 in there, and who we work with, there's a whole bunch. And we can click on any of these and we can flip through these and it looks really, really, really good. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to set up a blog now that that's done. So what we want to do is we want to click on Bob's Stories. And we want to edit page. And under template, instead of default template, we're going to change it to blog. And then click update. So that's all you need to do for this page to turn it into a blog. Now we can view our page. And we can see the default blog post right there. So what we can do with that is we can delete that because we don't want it there. So we can go back to our dashboard. And we can go to posts, because this is where you make blog posts, and see the hello world and click trash. So now that will be gone from all of your blog posts. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new blog post. So we're going to add new. And this blog post is going to be called Working with Steinway and Sons, because that's a pretty interesting thing to do. And then we're just going to copy in again some dummy content. It doesn't really say anything. And we're going to set a featured image once again. So set featured image, upload files, select files, Steinway, and press open. Then click set featured image and click publish. So now when we go under visit our website and go to Bob's Stories, we can see this new blog post and we can click on it to read more. So that's a pretty good way of getting traffic to your website by providing really interesting stories or really good content. So we're going to add another blog post. We could just go to new post right here. It's a shortcut. And paste in some dummy content again. And this one's going to be called Working with Elton. And again, we're going to set the featured image by uploading files, select files, and working with Elton. I'm going to open it up and set the featured image. All right, so we're going to publish that. And then we're going to view our website again. And now we have, under Bob's Stories, we have 2 different posts. So that's pretty cool. We have Working with Elton and Working with Steinways and Sons, which is pretty cool. So once we click on that, it'll take us to the full blog post, just like on any news site like CNN or Forbes or TechCrunch or anything like that.
So that completes the blog. So let's get started on the home page. So if we go to the home page, you'll notice that the home page is actually the blog, and we need to change that. What I want is for a bunch of the our work and testimonials, the little portfolio, to be on the home page. And I also want a big picture of Bob working on a piano that kind of welcomes people to this website. So let's do that now. Let's go over to the dashboard and let's add that big image to the home page. So to do that, I'm going to go to Appearance, Theme Options, and hit the Home tab right here. And then under Slide 1, I'm going to click this arrow and I'm going to upload a picture. So I'm going to select these files and click the file that I want to use on the home page. And I'm going to set it to full size if it's already not, and click use this image. All right. After that, I want to make this image a link, so when you click on it, it's going to bring you to the Our Work and Testimonials page. So I'm going to open up this page and copy the URL up here in the URL bar. I'm just going to highlight it, click copy, and paste it right here where it says link. And that should do it for the slide. So I'm going to save that, see how it looks. So let's open up our home page. Now we should have a big picture of Bob right here. And then what I want to do is change a couple more settings, which is the portfolio items count. I only want 6 to show up on the home page, and if you want to see more, you can either click the link in the menu or click this image right here. All right, so let's save that. And you'll notice, make sure that's saved, you'll notice that nothing else has changed on the home page. We only have this image, but it's still the blog down here. We don't have any of the portfolio items. So what we have to do is make a home page. So to do that, we go to Pages, Add New, and I'm going to set it to Home. And I am going to set the template to Portfolio Ajax. So set it like that and click Publish. And still we won't have any changes just yet. What we have to do is go into our settings right here, go into reading, and then we have to select which page we want as the home page. So it's going to be a static page. Then we're going to set the front page to the home page that we just created, and the post page is going to be Bob's Stories. All right, so now if we save and refresh our website, we should have a pretty nice portfolio on our home page. And actually, I did this a little wrong. Let's go back into Pages. And what you will actually want to do is, instead of setting this to Portfolio Ajax, just set it to Home Page. Click Update and refresh. And now we'll just have the 6 portfolio items that we want to show, not like all 12 of them or however many there were. All right, so we can hit these buttons and it'll work on our home page. And that completes the home page. So let's move on to the contact page. So the contact page is going to have a map over here on the right hand side showing Bob's service area. And then it's going to have some contact information like his phone number and address and whatnot. And then it's going to have a contact form right here in the middle. So let's add a contact form right now, and we have to get a plugin to actually do that. So let's go to the plugin section, click Add New. And the most popular contact form for WordPress is called Contact Form 7. So just type that in, click Search, and click Install Now. Click OK. And once it's done installing, make sure to activate it. And then over on the left-hand side, you'll notice a new tab that says Contact. Click that. And click Edit under Contact Form 1. Then what you want to do is just copy this short code right there. Just highlight it, click Copy, and make sure that this is the email that you want to receive the emails that people send you. And I don't know Bob's email right off the bat, so I will change that later for him. So I'll just leave that to mine. And I'm going to click Save. So from there, let's go to our contact page. That's Pages, Contact. And let's paste in what we just copied, which is that short code. And the first thing that I know I want to do is get rid of the comments on the contact page. So I'm going to make sure that discussion is checked off. Scroll down to the bottom, uncheck allow comments and uncheck allow trackbacks. And then I am going to click update. So we can test that out. Let's go to the contact page and we'll have a nice contact form right there. The next thing I want to do is add a little box with a bunch of Bob's contact information. So let's do that by first getting a new plugin. So make sure that this is saved by clicking update. And let's head over to the plugins area, add new. And then let's type in standout boxes. So if we type in standout boxes, we should get this one called standout color boxes and buttons. Install now. Activate. And this plugin will give us some styling options for the box that we want to wrap around our contact information. So let's go back to the contact page now. Make sure you have activated the plugin. If it's not activated, just hit activate right here. And let's go to the contact page. Let's edit that, and I want the box of contact information to be right above the contact form, so I'm just going to hit enter, right like that. And then what I'm going to do is type in some short code. So once you've installed that plugin, just type in color-box, color equals gray, and there's a bunch of different options for colors. You can type in almost any color. And then I'm going to type in some contact information. So I'm just going to type in address, and I'll paste this in like so, and backspace that. Then I'm going to type in some cell information, and I am going to type in the business line. Just paste that in, and I'm going to make this bold. Then I'm going to close off this color box shortcode by going below our contact information and typing a bracket, a forward slash, and then typing in color-box. So this is going to be the color box. You'll see the first color box tag and the second, and everything inside is going to be in the box. So let's test that out by updating it and going to our contact page. And that did not work for some reason. So let's edit our page. And I spelled gray wrong. So I'm just going to change that E to an A and click update. And let's refresh. So now that looks pretty good. Maybe we can get a little less space in between. Refresh that. And let's do the same for the top. And let's update that. All right, so now we have a nice tidy box right here. The next thing I want to do is add a menu, or excuse me, add a map to the right side that says service area at the top and shows Bob's service area. So let's do that by going over to Google Maps. That's maps.google.com. And let's type in Calgary, Alberta. So what we want to do is embed this map into our website. So let's do that by hitting this link right here and clicking Customize and Preview Embedded Map. Then we want to have a custom map size. So I'm going to hit Custom. And the map size for me is going to be 250 by 700. So it's going to be nice and tall. And we can move it around like this. Then what we want to do is just copy this code right down here. So if we just click inside this box and right click, we can click Select All and then right click again. Oops. What we want to do is right click, select all, and then hit Command or Control C. So that will select everything, and Control C or Command C will copy it. Then we can close up Google Maps. And let's go to the Appearance Widgets section. So we want to add a map widget on the right side of our contact page. But the first step is getting rid of all these other widgets right here that say categories, archives, recent comments, blah, blah, blah. So let's just get rid of those by dragging those out like this. And these are the available widgets, and these are the active widgets. So let's drag a text widget right here. And let's call it service area. Then I'm just going to paste in the code that I just copied. And it looks like a bunch of gibberish, but if we save it and refresh our website, it'll be a nice map widget that shows Bob's location. There's one last step. I want to add a little text right here that says call us or fill out the email below for a quote to ask more questions. So let's go to Pages, Contact, and I'm just going to make a line right here. It's going to say call us or fill out the email form below for a quote or to ask more questions about our services. All right, let's update that. Let's refresh that. And that looks great. The very last finishing touch is to change the logo up here. So I have a custom logo that Bob requested we use, so I'm just going to use that. But if you don't have a logo, you can check out Fiverr.com, and I'll leave a link in the description to the site where you can get a logo made for $5. Just go to Fiverr, go to graphics and design, look around, see if you like any people under logo design. And there's a lot of good people. I've gotten a lot of work from these people. And if you like anything, just sign in or sign up and you can get a logo for $5. So that's pretty cool. The other alternative is to watch my video on how to create a custom logo by yourself. You can find that in my channel. So once you have your logo, you're going to want to go to Appearance, Theme Options, and go to General. Then under Main Logo Upload, just click Upload, select Files, and upload your logo. So mine's called logo.jpg. I'm going to open that up. And I am going to click Use this image. So let's save that and let's refresh our page. Now we have a nice logo. And there's actually one more thing, which is right here you will notice it says edit your title in the theme settings panel. So we can change this title right now by going to the theme settings and finding maybe under blog, and maybe we'll just say welcome to Bob Moffat's blog. Alright, so let's save that and refresh, and that looks pretty great. So now we have everything. We have a nice home page with this big image, a nice portfolio with all of Bob's work. And if you want to see more, you can click this image and see more. You can click these and they'll open up like that. We have a nice contact page. And we have an About Me and a services page. So that completes this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, rate, and comment, and thanks for watching.